Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video, and I want to talk about why Miles Morales is the best NFT pretty much on Veve to date so far. And I'm going to show you the reasons why, and I'm going to show you the real world value of what's going on with his comic book and explain the cultural significance of Miles Morales, just in case anybody wants a reminder or doesn't really quite know why he's doing so great on the Veve app and also why he's so popular. So if you do like this video, make sure you hit like and make sure you comment down below. That's what I want you to do the most, to let me know what you think about Miles Morales as a character. And what do you think about the Veve NFTs that we already have and where he's going? Because he is just doing unbelievably well in this bear market, with the recession and all of that, while other stuff maintains or falls. Miles Morales seems to be doing absolutely fantastic, and we'll see where it goes from here. I'm going to show you the numbers on it for sure. So let's get into this. He's extremely scarce. Okay, he's got really good in real world value on his comic book, and it's got a big MCU future. These are just a couple of the brief things, but we're going to dive deep. Now, here is the NFT. Here are the three digital collectibles. All right. And we got the secret rare, and his price lately has vaulted up to 13,800 gems. Okay. With about 250 editions. Of course, there's less than that because they always hold them back. And then, you got the ultra rare over there at about 700 gems, which is equivalent to US dollar, $700. And then $400 or so for the hoodie. Now, these prices have gone up, and I'll show you where they've gone since my video in December. When I was recommending everybody look at him because, and putting him as the number one of the top collectibles, in 2022 for sure. But he has risen above to be one of the top collectibles of all time on Veve at the secret rare level. Now, there could be a group of people who are pushing the price up. That's what happens. It still doesn't matter. If you want to get into him, it's pretty tough now, because when I did the video before, you'll be shocked at how much he's gone up. But this is what happens when you have super scarce collectibles, and they look absolutely fantastic. So these are the current prices that we have right now on March the 1st. We'll see where this goes. I don't know if these are going to go higher, lower, or stay where they're going to be, but this is just reporting what has been happening, and he's been extremely successful. Now, over as the comic book, and I'm going to talk about the real world comic too and the cultural significance. So you just hold on one sec. But check this out. This is the comic book right here. The secret rare has now gone up to $15.99. There's 600 of those, but they hold a few back as well, right? You can get the common right there at 28. You can get the uncommon at 39. This is at March 1st, so these prices will change. The rares at 118 and the ultra rares at 225. Now, it's really the secret rare that has really climbed up in value. Now, full disclosure, I picked up one of these a few weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, for just over 1,000 gems. And it was probably one of my best purchases that I've made. I'm not selling it anytime soon, so it's just in my vault. It's one that I always wanted to get. And just full disclosure over here, I only own the rare and the ultra rare. I don't own a secret rare. I wish I did, but I don't. If you do, congratulations for sure, right? But you can see that the price of that, secret rare has gone up quite a bit, as people hold on to this character. Now, why are people holding on to this character, and why is the value doing so well in Veve? This is what this video is all about. Well, I want to talk about the real world value of the actual comic book. This is the 9.8 comic. Now, this is the first print, okay? So that's what he has when his face is covered. This is the one in the real world. This is the common cover in Veve, but this is the 9.8. This price has been climbing, ever since it came out. This is a recent sale on eBay, $21.99 US dollars for a 9.8. Okay, this is sold on February the 25th. This is not my copy or anything like that. This is just a copy. So, this is the crazy part, is that in the real world, this is not scarce. A 9.8 of this comic book there's like 3,700, almost 3,800 graded copies at a 9.8. So this is like, as a physical comic, it's not super scarce, but it's still going for $2,200 and climbing, which is quite crazy, right? So, this is something that you have to look at. If you go back to Veve's collectibles, they are really scarce 250 or so of just the secret rare alone. So you can see why, on Veve, it's climbing. It doesn't take much. In the real world, people are loving this comic and trying to lock it away for long term, for sure. Now, here is a great market report for you. Now, this is from a really good website. I'm going to put the link to this in the description of the video. It's called sellmycomicbooks.com. Lots of fantastic stuff on that website. I'm not affiliated with it in any way. I'm just sharing it with you because he did some really good research right here for 2020. This is for the comic book of all the different graded. Now, this is really interesting for you guys to look at, right? So here's what he writes. Miles is here to stay. That's what the market is saying, okay? And it's true, the same thing on Veve. And if you look at the sales achieved since last year, it's pretty hard to argue against this conclusion. Now, this is straight from the website. And like I said, the link is right there in the description. Recent sales in 2022, a 9.8 sold for 3,000 regular and 28,000 on that, variant cover. Now, this is the variant. If you go down to the secret rare right here, in the real world, this is the really expensive one. Is it actually the secret rare on Veve? So that matches up beautifully, right? So that's the one they're talking about that sold for 28,000. You can see right there. That's a new record. That's an all-time high. Now, if you look at the prices, a 9.6 is about, 905, and then a 9.4 is 950, and a 9.2, 740. These are US dollars, and you can see the variant price right beside that at 10,000. You can see the graded ones, right? Now, if you go down to 2021, he shows the prices there. Look, 13,000 on that variant, up to 28,000 in 2022. So you can see the jump was almost double on that variant. And you can see the price on just the common right there, 420 regular, 1,420 for the 9.8, and 3,000 up to 3,000 for the 9.8 in 2022. Now you can see right here that the price, this one sold for $21.99. So somebody got a good deal there. So the prices have come down a little bit, as they all have in the comic book world. But on Veve, it seems to be going the other direction, right? Now, like I said, I did a video back at the end of December talking about the top collectibles on the app. Now, if you look down at that bottom graphic right there, these are the prices that existed on Miles Morales. So I did that video in December. That was like 2 or 3 months ago. So if you had bought Miles then, like I was kind of recommending, no financial advice, but just as a collector, the rare is up from 400, up to 400 from 300. The ultra rare is up to 700 from 400. And the secret rare is up to about 14,000 from 6,100. So you can see that these prices have only climbed during this crazy time. It is absolutely amazing, right? Anyway, if you come down right here, why is Miles so popular? This is the question that a lot of people are asking. Now, I'm, of a person who grew up with Peter Parker. But the thing about Miles Morales, okay, is that specifically in the last couple of years, because of his movie that came out, really, he's culturally significant. All right. He's not Peter Parker. So it's a different character. And people love that because people who love Peter Parker, they still love him. And they should. They're two separate characters and they work together. It's great. He's got the Jordan shoes, the pop culture, the music. I'll talk about that in just a second. And the demographics. Now, this is very, very interesting. The age range here, he is suited, perfectly for like the younger generation. And by the way, digital collectibles are also set up for the younger generations, which is nuts, right? This is why Veve is like, there's people who are not in their 50s and stuff, in their 40s who are comic book collectors in Veve. We have a younger generation of Veve. So they like Miles a little bit better, generally speaking. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is an explosion. This is talking about the movie, the impact that it had. It's an explosion of pop art visuals, hyperkinetic action, and laugh-a-minute dialogue, all focused on a comic book universe. Once a part of the Marvel Universe, undoubtedly its own crazy thing. It's a celebration of the entire history of the character and all the characters, as well as a supremely positive message about believing in yourself and those around you. This is how they're setting up Miles Morales in the real world. So you can see why this character is so popular. Now, the Jordan shoes, I mean, you guys, we cannot underestimate the impact of the pop culture references with Miles Morales. Jordan shoes, pop culture, music, Sunflower, the song by Post Malone. I mean, this stuff is all in the movie, elevated Miles Morales even higher. And this is all really important, you guys. This is one of the reasons why his, Veve Collectible is doing so great, and his comic book and this character, like people are loving this character, and it's just going to keep growing, in my opinion, for sure. Now, another reason why Miles is so popular, there he is from the movie right there. Now, this is another little reference right here. Check this out. Miles is an important hero for our times. This is for the time today. okay? Not because he's a superhero who can do things that defy gravity or reality, but because he can do things that you and me can do every day to help people around you. This is a really important message they're setting Miles Morales up for. This is how they're planting this character on us and moving it forward, right? It's the small acts of kindness that make Miles a spectacular Spider-Man, which means we might not be able to stick to walls or turn invisible or sling webs, but you can be just like him. I know it's cheesy, but this is what they're doing. You can choose to do the right thing to help the people around you. Doing the right thing matters in this year, 2023, a year where people have been making voices heard through truth and justice, and global pandemic has made us reconsider our community and how we look after it. This is all, you know, like I'll post a link to the article that wrote this as well, because it's really a beautiful description of why Miles is so popular, right? And it's just the way they're setting him up for sure. Now, here's the thing that brings it even further that people on Veve know and understand, and people in the comic book world know. The second animated film is coming this summer, so he's going to get even more attention. He's coming to the MCU, and if they make him look like they do in this video game image right here, it's going to be crazy. Like if they introduce him and do a great, I mean, he's just going to get bigger. And gaming and merch and toys and more, they're not going to stop with Miles Morales. So he's just on the way. So that's why I think that right at this current moment, he is the best NFT that we have. That's secret rare on Veve. There are a few other contenders for sure. We got partners, we got other ones as well, but the scarcity, the popularity, it's just too much. Now, that doesn't mean the price is going to keep going up. I don't know what's going to happen. So just make sure that you're smart with what you do, if you're going to buy him or not. You know, I'm not saying that you should go, I don't know what's going to happen with the price. You just do what you're going to do. And also remember that this is until there's other characters. We could get other characters on Veve here. We will. Bigger drops. We might get Wolverine. We might get other ones that could actually take Miles down a little bit and allocate some of the money that's in the market over to that. So, you know, just be wary of that. Just watch out for that and have fun. But if you do have a Miles Morales in your vault, I'm keeping mine. I don't know about you guys. You let me know what you think in the comments section. Check the description for the article links and let me know what you think as well. I really want to hear your opinions, your voice, and feedback on this issue for sure. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting.